The second largest movie theater chain in the United States is temporarily closing its doors again. That includes 3 locations here in the Valley. Regal Cinema says the ongoing pandemic is impacting its bottom line. News Channel 3's Danny Romero live in Rancho Mirage with more on the impacts of the closure. Danny.
John, this comes as movie theaters in our valley just reopened, and now many are wondering, will we be saying goodbye to movie theaters in the future? Doors close once again here at Regal Cinemas.
Sad, man, because that's my one thing I do now is go to the movies. I love to get away. Sometimes I go by myself.
This stunning announcement on Twitter notifying moviegoers that Regal Cinemas will be shutting down all theaters on Thursday until further notice.
I'm really disappointed. It's putting a lot of people out of work. There's nothing like seeing the movie on the big screen, so it's disappointing in that regard.
This closure follows that James Bond bombshell, No Time to Die, which was supposed to be released in November, now pushed back to next year due to the pandemic crisis. Some were waiting on new releases.
The new James Bond and also the Fast and Furious 9 that supposed to drop this year, but then pushed it back to next year because of COVID.
Regal's parent company Cineworld also reported a $1.6 billion loss this year. Mary Pickford's general manager Ted Hain understands the struggles movie theaters are facing.
It's difficult to watch, really your industry leaders struggling. In this case, they're struggling right alongside of us.
Hain says business is slow, and they've had to cut some of their show times on the weekends, too.
And we're probably 15% of our normal business, which is very low in comparison to what we normally would be doing. And we've already lost millions of dollars this year. So it's a real challenge for us to calculate, should we stay open or close?
Despite one of his competitors temporarily leaving the business, Haynes says he could see a boost in foot traffic, but there could be another challenge.
Filmmakers or maybe lower budget films that aren't tentpole creations, if they can't put their films into a certain amount of screens, and Regal would be one of those folks that might help them achieve that goal, could create a secondary wave of additional films that get pulled or misplaced.
And again, Regal theaters across the state, across the U.S. will close this Thursday. And again, there's no information on when they plan to resume operations. Reporting live in Rancho Mirage, Danny Romero, News Channel 3.